Hello and welcome to another vlog on the channel. Today I'm here at Pleasure Beach Resort, and yeah, it's going to be a very special day today because today is the official opening day of Aviktas, which is the brand new Intamin Gyroswing just right here. It's the tallest gyroswing in the UK, so it's bigger than Maelstrom at Pleasure Beach, not Pleasure Beach, Greater Manor, and yeah, it looks absolutely incredible ride. I actually saw it testing earlier, about a couple of hours ago, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Now the ride's basically how they're doing it is that the actual ride will open to the public at 2 PM, but from now until 2 PM they've got like everyone who attended the VIP event on the 10th of May to get their first rides on it earlier, which, you know, I'm not jealous at all, guys. I mean, I wasn't there on the VIP event because I had other priorities on that day, and I've not been invited to this little preview few hours that they've got of the ride before it actually opens fully to the public. But you know, that's absolutely fine as long as I get on it today. Then it's all good. I mean, it looks absolutely incredible anyway. But yeah, they've actually fenced off basically that whole sort of Aviktas ride area with only the VIP guests basically in that area. They're all waiting to basically get on the ride right now. So I saw it testing earlier, but I've not seen it going around since. But yeah, it's currently 11:10. I think everyone's standing around here just waiting for it to sort of go for its first with its first riders. So I might hang about here for a little bit, wait for it to go around with its first riders. And then depending on how long I'll be, the first one we get on is Icon, which is obviously the Mack Rides multi-launch coaster, which is the best roller coaster on the park. And it probably won't have that much of a queue, to be honest, because everyone's over here at Aviktas. So yeah, so I'll see you if Aviktas starts going around with riders. I'll make sure to film that all for you, and then I'll see you once I go on Icon.
£40 million that the Thompson family have invested in Pleasure Beach over the last 10 years, which includes things like the reimagining of Valhalla and also the reimagining of Blackpool. Now we've got the system ready for a countdown for everyone who's around here that needs to join with the opening of this ride. So, if you'll give me a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your first ride.
So yeah, I've just gone and seen from a distance the opening ceremony for Aviktas, and wow, that looked absolutely incredible. Now I actually could see a lot more of it than I thought I was going to be able to, because I stood like sort of basically on this side of the ride, and yeah, I could actually see more of the opening ceremony. I could see, like, I think all the park managers like Amanda Thompson and whatnot stood on stage giving a speech. Couldn't really hear what they were saying because they were too far away, but you know, it still looks really good. And then obviously I could hear the countdown, everyone going 10, 9, 8, and then they opened the gates, all the glitter went off, and then the ride started going around, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Now all the photos we've seen online of this ride, it only looks quite big. In person it actually looks a lot bigger, especially when it's actually swinging up to that maximum height of 138 feet. Yeah, it looks like it goes up really high, and then I obviously waited for the first VIP riders to go on the ride, and it looks absolutely insane. I cannot wait until 2 o'clock so this whole thing opens to the public and we can all get on it. That's kind of one thing that baffled me though, for today, because they've left it until 2 o'clock to open this ride to the public, but they've still got VIP riders going on it hours before, earlier in the day, before it actually opens. And that confused me, because that means that because the park is open at 11 o'clock until 5 o'clock today, that means the theme park itself is only open for 6 hours. And because Aviktas is open at 2, that means that Aviktas is only going to be open to the public for 3 hours on its opening day. And I just thought, like, okay, why have they done it like that? Because, you know, they're letting the first 3 hours, lending those exclusively to the VIP guests who already had their first rides on the 10th of May. But then I thought about it for a little bit more, and while on the surface it does seem kind of silly, it's actually better in a way, because for the first half of the day you get all the VIPs, like, and there were many of them, probably hundreds, you know, all theme park enthusiasts, vloggers, whatnot, and all the press, media. So that by the time 2 o'clock comes around and they open to the public, wait times aren't nearly as bad, because a lot of the enthusiasts who wanted to go on it first have already done it. if that makes any sense. I'm hoping they've done it for that reason. I can't think of any other reason why they would have done it the way they've done it today, but either way, you know, the ride looks absolutely incredible, and I'm just so looking forward to 2 o'clock when I can actually get on this, and I will try and get on it. I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to get on it, but hopefully, you know, hopefully I'll be able to get on it basically as soon as it opens to the public. It's going to be amazing, but for now, I'm going to go for a ride on Icon, which should be relatively quiet compared to the rest of the... Well, I say that because, you know, pretty much every ride has similar sort of queue time, maybe like sort of average, maybe even short queue times, because everyone's just over there. So I'm going to go for a ride on Icon now, and I will see you once I've come off of it.
Must enter next station, please unfasten your seatbelts. Must enter next station, please unfasten your seatbelts.
So I've just ridden my first ride of the day, which was on Icon, Mack multi-launch coaster. And yeah, that was an absolutely phenomenal ride. It's one of the best roller coasters in the UK. One of the best launch coasters I've ever been on. And it's such a crazy intense ride from start to finish. Like, basically, there's so many intense elements. Like, literally from the first launch to that top part, which is quite a steep drop, actually, in my opinion. And you've got like the first half, which is sort of like quite tame, and then you've got the second half, the second launch of the junior element, with those crazy airtime moments and snappy transitions. Yeah, it's an absolutely excellent ride, and I really, really love that. And now I'm going to get on the big one, which is the tallest and fastest roller coaster here at Pleasure Beach Resort. It was once the tallest and fastest in the UK. Obviously, it was superseded by Hyperia a couple of seasons ago. But it's still an excellent ride. And yeah, I'm going to get in. I've only been on this once actually, which was the last time I came here. I'm going to get in the queue for this now, and I'll see you once I've come off of the big one. So I've just ridden the big one, which is this big red roller coaster here, in case you didn't know that. But yeah, that was actually quite fun. Now, the first drop was as rough as a sack of spanners, as Joe from Theme Park Tanty would say. But the rest of the ride was actually quite decent. I mean, I was sat on a wheel seat, so, you know, each sort of like the bottom of each drop was taken quite roughly, but you know, apart from like the odd rough bits and obviously the horrendous drop, I was sat like towards the back as well, not on the back row, but like on one of the back rows towards the back of the train, so that obviously probably didn't help, but it was still good. I mean, you know, considering it's over 30 years old, I think it's 32 years old this year, so obviously you can't really expect it to be riding glossy smooth as if it's its first day of operation. And I know it's had some re-track work over the past few seasons, but to be honest, the new track sections that have been installed in recent years don't really seem any smoother compared to the old track that's been there since 1994. But it was still a good ride. But I know that they stopped doing the re-track quite some time ago. I think it was the 2024-25 off season they last did it. They haven't done any sort of re-track work, I don't think, over this close season. So I think that might have just been it. in terms of the retrack, when I've only retracked certain sections. I would have liked to see probably like maybe a full retrack, but it is what it is. It was still a good ride. I'm still looking to have this ride in this country, because there's not many Arrow hypercoasters left. I think it's only this and Magnum XL 200 left. Desperado at Buffalo Bills Hotel and Casino has been SBNO for years, so we're lucky to have this, really are. But yeah, I'm going to get on Launchpad now. Now, last time I was here, this was still being refurbished. It wasn't open. They had construction walls up, they had maintenance teams. I don't even think it had started testing yet. Obviously, it's been open for, I think, roughly a year now. And it looks incredible. I've just seen it going round. First time I've actually seen it going around since the Ice Blast. And yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. So I'm going to get in the queue for Launchpad now. And I'll tell you all about it once I've come off the ride.
All systems go. We are ready for launch. Stand by. Countdown commencing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. All systems go. We are ready for launch. Stand by. Countdown commencing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
So I've just been on Launchpad for the very first time, actually, and yeah, that was such a phenomenal ride. It's a great little drop tower attraction. Well, I say little, but it's really tall. I think it's about 180 foot tall, I think, something like that. But yeah, it's a brilliant ride. If you know, a few weeks ago when I went on Cliffhanger, that was the first ever SNS drop tower I did, and I really enjoyed that. I went on. This is now my second one. And I can't decide which one I like better, because they're pretty much very similar ride experiences. But the only real difference with Launchpad is it's got that countdown timer at the very start where it goes like 5, 4, initiating launch, and it's yeah, that adds like a really sort of cool like atmospheric effect to it. So yeah, but from what I understand, Launchpad only operates on that one cycle that you've just seen with the off-road footage, whereas Cliffhanger at Flamingo Lands, that at the moment, when I went, that was operating just purely in short mode, but usually operates in combo mode, which is like a slightly longer ride cycle. So hopefully Flamingo Land will get Cliffhanger in combo mode again soon, but until then I think that and Launchpad are currently tied, because they're very similar, pretty much the same sort of ride experience, just a visual difference, and Launchpad has that countdown. So maybe Launchpad is maybe a tiny bit better appealing because of the countdown effect. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. But now, as you probably just noticed, whilst I've been talking about Launchpads, they've actually opened the area that was cordoned off earlier for the Aviktas VIP event. Now the ride is still said to not open until 2 o'clock this afternoon, which is only about 40 minutes away anyway. So we're not long now until they get the ride open. But yeah, this whole area has been cordoned off basically all morning for the VIP guests to get their rides on Aviktas. But now the whole area is open, but Aviktas is going to be basically short until 2 o'clock when they actually that gets on again, and it'll be open to the public. And the actual main sort of area around the Aviktas is still fenced off, but you can actually get closer up to it now, which is great. You can see some better angles of it than what we could see earlier. So yeah, it's all looking really incredible. So let's have a look at Aviktas from where we can see it from. So yeah, up until just a few moments ago, this whole area was basically cordoned off, and they've got a little stage over there. I'm not sure if they're going to have like a public opening ceremony similar to the one they had earlier. Hopefully they will. But yeah, they've got this whole area fenced off. You can get about this close to Aviktas. But yeah, you can see just how impressive this ride looks. Much bigger up close, and I honestly love the look of it. I love like all the details we've got around the entrance. Look at that entrance, that is really nice. I like that. Yeah, and the whole ride itself, it's very much like Icon. It's not really, I mean, it's got a bit of theme. Like the entrance is quite nice and themed, and there's a fountain behind it as well. You can't really see. You can see from up there. You can't really see the fountain because the gates are shut. And it's got some nice rock work and some nice foliage around it. So it's more stylised than themed, but to be honest, we've come to expect that from Pleasure Beach. I think the only themed ride here is probably Valhalla, which is currently short, and Rivercade, which is also currently short. But yeah, this looks absolutely incredible. Whether we'll actually see it testing whilst we all wait, I don't know. But I think I'll just hang around here because, you know, the closer it gets to opening, the busier it's going to be, I think. Because all the VIP guests, I imagine some of them will still want to come on the ride and do more laps on it throughout the day, which is fair enough because, you know, it's opening day. You can get on it probably as many times as you want, really. But yeah, this is actually looking incredible. Yeah, I'll just keep waiting around here until Aviktas opens, and I'll see you when these fences are down.
We just went. Oh, I don't feel so brave now to move the barrier. Get us the only issue
how are we feeling today? Are we all ready for Aviktas?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to pass you over to our Director of Operations, Andy Highgate, who's going to tell you a few things before we get let through. Okay. Woo. Hello. It's good to see you all here. Are you excited for the ride? Yeah. Okay, well I hope so, because it's a brilliant ride. I hope you can have a great afternoon with us. We are going to open the doors in a minute. I need you not to push. You are all going to get on the ride. Do not push. I repeat, do not push. What do we not want you to do?
Push.
Okay, you've got it. And when you go through this gate, if you are in the regular queue, you just go to the right-hand side. If you're using an easy pass, if you can go to the left-hand side. There's two guys in there which will help you go to the correct entrance. If you're using a wheelchair and you're able to transfer, then you can go up the exit of the ride. We'll show you that in a second as well. Okay, so those are the sort of formal bits out of the way. I hope you really enjoyed the ride. I've been on the ride over 20 times now, and it's my favourite ride in the UK. There you go, you heard it here first. So we're going to get started, and those doors are going to open in 10 seconds time. But can you all give me a hand? Are we ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here we are in the Aviktas queue line. Yeah, we're going to get on this in a few moments. This looks at everyone just went straight through that a moment ago, and yeah, this ride is absolutely insane. Yeah, I'll see you once I come off of Aviktas. So a few months ago I just had my first ever ride on Aviktas, the Intamin Gyroswing that's new for this year at Pleasure Beach for London. Wow, that was an absolutely incredible beast of a ride. That has got to be my favourite flat ride that I've been on. So definitely best in the UK, and I think definitely got to be the best flat ride I've ever done, ever, because it was just such a crazy, like, intense experience. Like, when you're actually on there, it swings you so high up. I mean, I know it's 138 feet, so it's not the tallest ride in the park, something like Tyler goes to the big one, but it's absolutely crazy, and like the speed you get on it as well. I know everyone talks about like the sort of the height of it and like the G-forces, but I don't think anyone really mentioned how fast it actually swings you. Like, it doesn't look that fast off ride, but when you're actually on the ride, honestly, it's literally you're going so fast when you're actually swinging between obviously the different angles, and obviously because it swings you up to a maximum angle of, I think it's like 120 degrees, I think. It feels like you're about to go upside down. Obviously you don't, but it feels like you're going to. Yeah, it's a gorgeous ride. It's an absolutely incredibly intense machine. Yeah, and it's obviously brilliant. If you love gyro swings, then come over to Pleasure Beach, get on Aviktas, because it is an incredible ride experience. And yeah, I really love that. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to go for a re-ride on Aviktas because it's that good. So yeah, let's go for a re-ride on this thing, and I'll see you once I've come off of it. So I've just had a re-ride on Aviktas, and yeah, that was still absolutely incredible attraction. You know, it's so intense, like especially like how fast it swings and how steep the actual swinging is and how high it is. And you experience, I forgot to mention this at first, but you're experiencing all this with just lap bars. So it's not like Maelstrom where it has shoulder restraints. It's think like if you've been on Icon, which is also got lap bars. It's got sort of similar lap bars to that, and yeah, so with those lap bars, you've got so much freedom to just sort of move around. If that makes any sense. Although they do sort of staple you in, I think. Well, they stapled me in anyway, so that worked great. But you know, if they have to do that, then that's what they've got to do. I think the only sort of criticism of it is the amount of time the operations take. Now, I do know it is a brand new ride, but like from today, and from what I've heard during the VIP launch event the other week, operations took quite a while. I think it was like they got guests seated on the ride, but it were a good few minutes before they actually sent it around going on its cycle. So hopefully they can get that sort of make the operations a little quicker over time. But other than that, it's absolutely brilliant. Excellent addition to Pleasure Beach. and yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous ride. I'm hopefully going to try and get on like another ride on it before the park shuts. It's literally just under 1.5 hours until Pleasure Beach shuts. But I've got the easy pass, so I can get on it quite quickly. I don't have to wait for however long the ride queue is, which I'm sure is at least an hour long in normal queue. But until then, I'm going to try and get on like a different sort of ride. I'm going to go on Wallace and Gromit's Thrill-O-Matic, the only dark ride one of the only dark rides in the park. There's this and Ghost Train that are currently operating. Valhalla and River Caves are currently shut. But yeah, let's get on Wallace and Gromit's Thrill-O-Matic. And yeah, I'll see you. Since I last went on this, actually, they've actually updated the attraction to add new set pieces from the newest Wallace and Gromit film, Avengers Most Foul. So I've not actually seen it with the new set pieces yet, but I'm going to get in there now, and I'll tell you all about it once I've come off of the ride. So I had a ride on, basically it's been a while since I spoke to you actually, I had a ride on Wallace and Gromit's Thrill-O-Matic, Got to see the new set pieces that are based on Vengeance Most Foul, and they were quite good. I mean, there were only like a couple of new set pieces, and they were in sort of dark spaces where there were previously no theming. So I guess it adds to the ride. It was only like a minor sort of change, it wasn't anything huge or anything. And then I had some food afterwards. And I waited for a bit, and I went on for a re-ride for Aviktas. It's my third ride now. I've been on Aviktas 3 times today. Bear in mind, it's only been open for about 3 hours publicly. But I've been in it 3 times today. That is still such an intense, incredible ride. Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. And yeah, it's been a really, really good day today. I mean, in terms of like actual ride numbers, I've not really been on much. Like, I've only been on like 2 roller coasters, Icon and the big one. But today's been all about Aviktas. That Aviktas has been the star of the show today. It's been such a phenomenal ride. And I'm so glad to go on it. And I got on the first public cycle, and by public cycle I don't mean like first one with like VIP riders, or I mean like first one was fully open to the public, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'll always remember that. That was absolutely incredible. Best flat ride in the UK, best flat ride I've ever been on. And yeah, that was absolutely incredible. I will definitely be back here at some point this season to get on Aviktas more, as well as get on some other rides as well that I missed today, because I missed most of the major coasters apart from obviously Icon and the big one. And hopefully, also we're great to get on Launchpad for the first time today as well, because I've never actually done that ever. Not when I was with his Ice Blast, I didn't even do it last year, but I'm finally glad I finally got on it today, and that was absolutely brilliant. Hopefully, by the time I next come back, Valhalla and Grand National will be open as well, which will be great because those attractions have been closed. They have yet to open this season, so hopefully they'll reopen soon. So yeah, it's going to be a great event. But until next time at Pleasure Beach, my next theme park visit is next week, when I'm going to be going to Paulson's Park for the very first time. Now, I have never been to Paulson's Park, but I'm going to be going down there for a few days during the May half term to get all the incredible attractions there, including Valgard, Ghostly Manor, Tornado Springs, Storm Chaser, Cyclonator, all the attractions they've got there, as well as get a look into the construction of the new Mack water coaster, Siren's Curse, which is going to be absolutely incredible. So make sure you stay tuned for that vlog coming at some point next week. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, then please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.